Okay, guys, I thought I'd show you what I sold over the long weekend, and let me tell you, sales are just down. I relisted, I tweaked, I listed some fresh things. I just didn't have a ton of sales, so I ended up selling 7 things for a total. I don't know the total. Just give me a break of the total. Um, Somewhere over, a little over like $150 maybe. I'm guessing. Okay, so and I only have 5 of the things here. I'll bring back the other 2 things and show you in a minute. So the first thing was I sold 2 of these, and these are cartomizers for an e-cig. So these do have nicotine in them. But I sold them for $15 each with free shipping, so $30 for these. These came in a pallet. My sister could not sell these at the flea market, which is what we typically do with our pallets. So I saw that they were selling on eBay. I did not notice a restriction or anything. So anyway, I listed all these, and these are what mostly sold. So I sold 2 of these, and then I sold 2 of these to separate customers. These are just like a disposable e-cig, and I sold these for $10 each with free shipping. So, and they're really light. They probably cost $2.61 to ship those. I sold 3 of these. So these are another one of those, and it's a cherry flavor. I sold 3 of them for $38.97. They probably were part of the sale that I had that I ran over the weekend. And these are going to Australia, and I'm not sure that you can ship these internationally. I don't know for sure. The customer had asked me to send these by regular mail and not global shipping because he thinks that they will be confiscated, but I'm not willing to do that. So I am going to ship these global shipping. If they confiscate them, he'll get his money back, and I'll retain the purchase price on these. So but I'll be out like the couple of bucks to ship, I believe. But anyway, but I'm not willing to try and skirt the system. I did ask that if they were illegal for him to cancel the order, and he has not canceled the order, so I'm going to ship them and see what happens. And then the last thing that I have with me that I sold is this Fellows. It's a binder, just like a report binder, binding machine for the comb. I don't know if I have any of those in here. Oh yeah, for the combs. And you can bind like reports, or we did a project where with the girls group where we bound these little notebooks. But anyway, I paid $6.99 for this, and I sold it for $27.99 plus shipping for a total of $36.19. So I'll get these things shipped. I'm going to go pick up Holly, and I will pick up the other 2 things from the storage unit on the way back, and then we'll get those shipped, and I'll show you what those are as well. So hang in there with me. So I'm here at my storage unit to pick up a couple of things that I sold. And I just wanted to show you like the utter chaos that is going on here from the yard sale stuff that I'm going to have to work through. And I'm not looking forward to it at all. But it is what it is, you know. I am opening a small flea market booth in a flealess market, which is close to here. Basically, you rent a table and some pegs, and you can, I don't know, it's probably an 8x4, 8 feet wide, 4 feet deep, and $16 a weekend. I'm gonna try and get rid of some of this stuff through there, and then if that doesn't look like it's gonna be profitable after a couple of weeks, I'll dump it, and I'll see if I can get these donated or something. But anyway, let me grab the couple of things, and then when I get back to the house, I'll show you what I sold. These are the two other things that sold. This is a Rush Limbo tie. We got these at the bins. We got 11 of them for probably right around $1, maybe a little bit more. And I got these in January, I think. And this is the last one. They sold, actually, I sold like 7 of them really quickly. And then it took a little bit longer to sell the rest of them. But this is the last one. They all sold for $29.99 with free shipping, except for a couple that were on sale that sold for $27.99 with free shipping. But this was an excellent good buy, and an excellent good buy because, you know, not a hello, but a good buy. This is an excellent buy. I recommend that you watch out for these. Rush Limbo, No Boundaries, neckties. And then the other thing was not so much of a good buy. It was more of a see you later. But these are blanket controls for an electric blanket. And I've had these for quite a while. I probably got them early last fall, I'm thinking. I also got these at the bins, I'm pretty sure. So they probably cost me $2 or so because they're kind of heavy. And these sold finally for $19.75 with free shipping. So I'm not going to make a ton on those. I'll make a little bit, but you know, it is what it is. So they sold, they probably will cost me, I don't know if they're, how heavy these are. So they're just over a pound. So they're going to cost me a little bit to ship these. So I may only make $5, $6, $7, $8 on these, but whatever. Not my best deal, but you know, you live and you learn. And no matter how long I do this, I will still live and learn. So until I die, then I'll die and not learn. Anyway, kind of a weird mood today. Holly's here. We're getting ready to take some pictures and get some listings uploaded because, hey man, I need to make some money. What about you? Okay guys, it's the end of the day, and I ended up getting about 15 new things listed. I sold about 3 more things today. I'll show you those in the morning. And I went over to the storage unit, and I took the like I went through some of that stuff excuse me, and I took about 5 tubs of stuff over there that was here that had already been listed and had been kind of sitting here, and took the stuff that we listed today. I took it all over there. I haven't inventoried it yet, but there's still a mess of stuff over there from the yard sale stuff that got pushed back in there. So went through some of that and put some aside to take to the flea market this weekend. And I loaded my car with stuff that I didn't want to bother with selling, and took that to Goodwill. And let me tell you, service means a lot. Sometimes service is more than price. And while I wasn't buying anything this time, I do frequent this Goodwill because it's close to my house. It's a little more expensive than the one that's, you know, a couple minutes away. But yeah, so I had the trunk full and the back seat full. It filled up 3 grocery carts full with stuff on the bottom racks and everything. And the guy that was there did not help me at all. Did not help me unload any of it. He just stood there holding the carts. And I was really kind of frustrated by that. You know, I was, you know, taking stuff there to donate to them to employ folks like him. The least you could have done was take 1 box out of my car. He did not take any. And that was a little frustrating to me. And that might make me drive the extra few minutes to the other Goodwill that will help unload and will happily help unload. And if I'm going to drive up there, I'm probably going to shop because it's not as close as the other one. So, you know, service counts to me. Service should count. And I think that you need to keep that in mind in your business too. That it's not complete, you know, it's not always a price that matters as much as servicing your customer. So I had a lady ask me about shipping on a Littlest Pet Shop set to the UK, and I said, you know, I only ship this through the global shipping program, but that'll protect both of us. And I know that's a little more costly. So this was a set that was $79.99, I think, on sale for $74 something. And she said, well, the most I can give you is $64, 50 pounds. She said, I think that's $64. And I thought, you know, that's $25 less than what the no, $15 less than what the price is. But I remember that I only gave $65 for all of that Littlest Pet Shop stuff, and I still have a lot of it, and I've sold a lot of it, and I've made my money, more than made my money back already. So I sent her an offer for the $64, and I'm hoping that she'll take it. And because I could use the $64 right now, since our sales are kind of crappy. Well, okay, mine are. Maybe yours aren't. But you know, I would rather. I'm only going to lose an extra $10. You know, I'm only going to take my price down an extra $10. I'd rather sell it, make that customer happy, know that there's a happy child on the other end of that delivery, and get rid of this inventory. So just wanted you to keep that in mind as you're working through this. The cool thing is, it's your business, and you can decide to sell this for whatever the highest price is and wait it out, or be more competitive and go with the middle of the pack and sell it sooner. Or you can decide to sell it dirt cheap because you don't need that big of a margin because you are selling the quantity of items. So that's the cool thing about this. You can apply your business model, and as long as you're doing the right things, listing regularly, taking care of your customers, keeping up with your defects and your shipping and all of that, you can run it however you want. And that's the beauty of this, you know. And there is some room to play around with your own business model. You know, maybe you want to hold fast to some pricing on certain items, and maybe you want to be fast and loose on some of the others. So I find that very cool about this business model, and I enjoy it really so much. And also, one thing I wanted to suggest that you do for the summer, and it's something that you'll need to, you know, wash, rinse, and repeat for the rest of your life. Hopefully you are. And that is learn something. Learn something, invest in that this summer. And one of the things that I'm planning to do, and this is completely just for my own enjoyment and benefit, it will not help me in my business life. It'll help me a little in my personal life in one area, but I am going to take a master class this summer, very inexpensive, and I've chosen to take the Gordon Ramsay master class, and you can go to masterclass.com and you can look at the options there, and there are about, I think 15 maybe different master classes, and they're given by people that you know, and not all of them will apply to something you will use in your daily life. Some of them are acting classes, some of those are writing classes, some of those are music, related to music and composing and that sort of thing. But really famous people: Steve Martin, Dustin Hoffman, Hans Zimmer, Werner Herzog, who I really like as a documentary filmmaker. Shonda Rhimes, who writes TV sitcoms and TV shows. Invest in that. You know, the course, the Gordon Ramsay course, matter of fact, I think all of the courses, they're $90, which is pretty inexpensive for a course with a famous person. And I know it's not live, it's filmed, but still. That also gives you lifetime access to that particular class. And I have no affiliation with it. I'm just a consumer like everybody else. But I found this a couple of days ago, and I got really excited about it, because I think if we do nothing else with our life, we should, you know, have great relationships. We should have, wonderful experiences, and we should continue to learn, because I think when you stop doing those three things, you're practically dead already. So I encourage you to find something that works for you. Some class, learn a language, take a photography class, and there are ways to do that. Udemy is an app, and it's an online learning. It's like capsule kind of learning where you can learn practically anything. You can learn graphic design. You can learn how to write. You can learn photography, whatever. And there are various the cost is varying. But it's a place for you to take some learning, and just learn something that you're passionate about, because it'll just make you happy. I promise it will fulfill something in you. And I can't tell you how excited that I am about taking this class. And I'm not going to take it for a couple of months. I asked my husband to pay for it for me for my birthday, just a simple birthday present. And I'm really excited about that. So whatever you're passionate about, and trust me, I love some food, girl, and guy. So Gordon Ramsay is probably the right fit for the first one. But I think I would like to take a lot of those courses. I don't necessarily think I'll ever go into acting. Probably not. But being able to participate in a class with Kevin Spacey as he talks about how he develops his characters and learns to act is fascinating to me. To be able to participate in a class where what's his name? Patterson. I forget his first name. It's not Robert, I don't think. What is his name? Anyway, the writer, now it's going to drive me crazy. James Patterson. Ugh. Woo! Good thing there's lifetime access to these courses, because I'll need it. I'll forget everything. But anyway, he's wrote, 40, 50 books, I think. And to be able to participate in his process and understand what he goes through to, start with an outline and an idea and develop that into an entire book, it's just, that's so exciting to me. I want you to find something that is exciting to you. And it doesn't have to be a paid class. There are opportunities to learn everywhere. Your local park system, they have all kinds of classes and stargazing and photography and all of that. Your local library, they typically will have meetups there where you can meet with people that have similar, similar interests, and you can get information from them. That is also an app called Meetup, and you can connect with people that are interested in learning a language or photography or cooking or hiking or boating or whatever you're passionate about. And I promise you will learn from them. So it doesn't have to necessarily be something paid. Delve into a course on YouTube. There are tons of resources there that will teach you how to stain furniture or, rehab a bathroom. There's lots of information. My point is, find something that you are passionate about, that you are interested in, and learn. Because as long as you're learning, you're growing. And when you stop growing, you're dead. Okay? So anyway, I'm getting off the soapbox. I don't even know the last time I saw a soapbox. Do you know the last time you saw a soapbox? Speaking of soapboxes, I know this is rambling, but so my daughter we were talking about making homemade soap powders, and that's a pretty common thing. People are starting to get into that kind of hippy dippy trippy, gonna make my own cleaning products thing, because they're a little safer and you can control what's in them. But we were talking about that as opposed to maybe liquid detergent that you buy in the store. And I was telling her, and I know you guys will remember if you're of a certain age, those gigantic boxes of soap powders that would be, this big, and they, be a big box of Tide or whatever with a little handle on the top. And sometimes they would have maybe a towel inside or a glass inside or, you know, whatever. And she had no point of reference. She didn't know that that's how it was before. I just, you know, I'm like, yeah, we used a whole cup full of detergent to wash our clothes. But anyway, I just found that interesting, how things change. But I digress. I'm gonna shut up now and stop rambling. I can ramble at another time. See, I'm still doing it. And remind you that the dream works when you do. So keep dreaming and keep working, and I'll see you the next time.